the fact that most of these teams would be looking to play the center of the map. They don't want to have to be put in a spot late in the game or middle of the game where they have to rotate, where, as you know, Sanhok
drop spots kind of, set out and they want to go, but there you go. Have a look at what happens. This is what Sanhok, this is what the RNG is all about. The first circle play pretty much has the north.
Yeah, pretty much a concentric circle, not too much of a drastic shift. And we can see ZEUS and Carnage kind of spread. That's a very interesting approach we usually see from ZEUS, is they tend to take a lot of individual fights, but they still seem to come out on top time and time again.
It's not just that individual prowess, it's the fact that they are covering as much ground as they can and they are trying to cut off way out in the blue down to the south. They are still at Camp Charlie.
Well, they're taking a sweet time, and the circle is definitely not doing them any favors, but they are heading there. Eventually, they should reach Painan. In the meantime, Venom Legends are in a bit of a pickle, right? Like, they are being sided by Deadeye's guys, who had a fantastic debut yesterday alongside PN Crew, and they'll be looking to continue their
team is, but looks like they might make it.
Are Carnage going to even expect them to be coming in that late?
That is what the beauty of Sanhok is. Now, you have to expect some danger coming in from behind at all times, especially since, you are going to be at the ruins, and not everyone can be on that tiny island to the northwest. So we are going to see some action. We are going to see a lot of knives going in, a lot of backs.
And this is exactly what I've been waiting for. ZEUS, they crept and crawled all the way to the 7 Seas, and 7 Seas haven't made a single sound. ZEUS announcing the presence. Nade's going to come on in. Turulov, actually it's a Molotov. He's still taking no damage. Bullets being rattled off from both directions. Mimo taking a ton of damage there. The nade could find him. Is in fact going to be dropped. The push comes on in from Turulov, but he's been spotted out. And ZEUS fighting together like a well-oiled machine, and Nade's being tossed in as well, but not really finding them off from 7 Seas. 7 Seas pinned down, 2 players down here. God is taking the fight. He goes for the spray, and that is going to be the wipe coming out. ZEUS, they push on in, and they just sweep aside 7C Esports. They lose a player in the process, but doesn't matter. What a well-coordinated push coming in from the Mongolians.
It was a beautiful push, and the little mistake that was made over there was that they tried to have a 360 vigil around that compound, and that is what kind of was a mistake for them, because they should have been focusing on this one end. Now, if
Carnage Esports off guard, they have managed to get a knock, but INES in turn might be flanked by Seal. We can take a look at that on the map later on. For the time being, we're going to be switching back to ZEUS, who managed to get that team wipe, and now they have 3 members standing. They've looted up. They have all the health kits they need. They have their...
In trouble. Future Station are going to be happy about this, though. I mean, this is what they wanted from the beginning, and I guess they are going to get what they wished for.
One, or every man for himself, but Deadeye's getting pushed by Venom Legends. Venom Legends barely, like Deadeye's guys have them pinned down. 2 players bleeding out. Molotov's going to be tossed on in, and just 1 man standing. It's Raffet, and Raffet has a lot of work ahead of him. That Molotov looks like it's perfect. Yes, it is. And Raffet's going to drop and roll. He's going to run away, and everyone else...
A bit of a mistake. Have a look at them. They have 3 members knocked out, and now they're just going to be heading in a wall of bullets.
Yeah, this is not looking good at all for the side of INES, right? And they do have the 1 player standing. Maybe he can do something about it. R3D or Red Esports, they are all in the water. Unfortunately, they need to make a move, but the problem is they're getting peppered by Hungry Box. He hasn't moved from this particular spot for the entire game. He's just been shooting at people, and no one's able to reply back. He's looking fantastic at the moment. Carnage have managed to, well, at least a couple of the players have managed to find a way through. Play zone, once again, it's going to collapse. And we know how absolutely ruthless the blue can be. INES getting eliminated in the 12th position, and S9 out in the blue. They're going to be finished off here. Jiggle from Carnage having a great old time just picking them off in the distance. Future Station spotted out. Unfortunately for Jiggle, though, he's out in the open, so he's had to take this fight, and he's taking damage from the blue as well.
Ooh,
and he
got multiple flanks, because the team up top is going to be PN Crew. They are going to be basically skirmishing with anyone who comes from the water as far as the northern aspect is concerned, so they can solely just concentrate on Starlight Gaming. However, wait a second. We have a few nades coming in the zone again. Blade doing what it does best. It kind of does favor Future Station, but they are going to have to get out of the comfort zone just a little bit.
They need to take a fight, because the team that's going to be facing off against them, which is going to be pushing them. It's going to be Skyline Gaming. Chari taking the lead, taking point. He spots out a player. Kaki's going to fall. Future Station down to one man. It is going to be Evil Eye, and he's going to go big here. The tree providing a bit of cover for the time being. It's a 1v2 basically. He's got to win this duel, but there's nothing he can do. And despite the fact that they had such a good position, they will be knocked out. Skyline Gaming, they take no prisoners. As we have Deadeye's guys looking for the push towards PN Crew, but he's getting shot from multiple directions. And now Deadeye's guy, they're out in the blue, and maybe they took a little too long to push into the compound, and so they kind of split apart. I think they have just two players standing, and they have to go for the run. PN Crew, though, still holding on to the compound, despite the fact the blue is closing.
Fire.
And the great thing for ZEUS right now is they only have two players left alive, but they don't have to take a fight. PN Crew and SG, they're duking it out at the moment. Chari will be dropped to his knees. Now it is two players standing at the moment for the side of his team, for Skylight Gaming, and for PN Crew as well. One player on his knees.
Skylight Gaming have to be careful, because I do believe ZEUS Esports, they are going to come back from the south and hit them hard in the back. But it looks like, will they survive till then, Blair?
I don't know, but right now they are so tunnel vision on each other, and PN Crew, they're getting mowed down here. Skylight Gaming are doing a fantastic job. They still have 3 alive. PN Crew, the res has come on in, but they need to heal themselves, and a push comes on in. Unfortunately for PN Crew, they're not able to sustain themselves, and they get wiped out. They had the man advantage as well, and now ZEUS coming in to finish off the remaining members. It's down to a 3v2. Nade sailing on in. Demon lucky to stay alive here, and ZEUS are tossing in all the AGs they have. Look at how low Leon is. Chari pushing on in, trying to help his teammate out, but it's so lucky to avoid that nade.
Did someone order an artillery strike? Because that is what it looks like right now. They're going to keep going. They get one. They are going to wait for another knock. It looks like Icy is going to be moving forward. Demon is the first one. He's been spotted out. This is it. ZEUS are just going to crush their opponents, Blair.
They're going to crush their opponents as Chari, the last man left standing. He can still pull this one off. It's a 1v2. It is winnable. He's got that headshot advantage. He just has to not be pincered from behind, from the side, but he will. And ZEUS, they looked good yesterday, but today they look even.